the idea of pushing to feel the center of the other person. And the difference of when you're going to do that between single sticky hands and double sticky hands. Now, when I'm doing single stick with Phil, and I'm this way right here, and I'm in Tom, he's in Fook, and I'm rolling up and rolling down. I'm rolling up, I'm rolling down. Now, when I do this, obviously if I have the right control of my center of gravity, right tension in my arm, and if he has a certain amount of center of gravity control and tension in his arm, then I can feel the weight of his body. And it doesn't take that much to be able to feel that. Obviously it takes some time and practice to understand your own control. Through your own control of your stability is how you'll ultimately be able to connect to the other person. But the idea that I want to convey today is when to aim directly at the center and when you're actually going to be pushing their core as a whole. Now, if I'm in single stick, and I say Phil's in little Fook's out here, and and I go to test my wall versus his, and I go forward toward that, I need to aim directly to the center to do that. And then as I aim towards the center, I can feel the weight of his body a little bit. Now, the reason why I want to aim at the center and not aim towards his shoulder either way is, that's why I have the prop here. If I aim towards his shoulder, as I'm pushing this here, I push the snowblower here off to the side. When I'm using one hand, I need to aim towards the center of it, because as I aim towards the center of it, then I can push the object, or Phil being the object that I'm training with, forward. Now, if I do that same action, and we're using two hands now, and I aim directly towards the center this way, it's possible that I could actually turn him off me one way or the other, causing him to come around and attack me. And obviously, I don't want him to be able to do that to me. So when I'm working with two hands, I am actually pushing the core of his body, not just the fine center line itself as a target, but I want to be pushing his whole body when I do that. Then I'd be able to have the control when I'm connected to the person. So if I cheese out and I go forward with the whole body, yeah, see now I can affect his center of gravity. You know, I can either push that here or pull that. It's the same thing when I'm here, pushing the snowblower. If I take my hands and I go just on the snowblower here to the center, it's possible that I could accidentally turn him off. And if I turn him off, that's giving him the opportunity to attack me. But now, when I'm here, and now I push towards the core of it, by pushing towards the mass of his body, then I can push it together, and it doesn't allow him to turn off. Because if I'm off my targeting, that gives him the opportunity to counter me. Now, the thing that you want to understand when I do this is I don't want to think like here I'm pushing off this way, like my bong cell is going this way, and my low Fook cell is going down to try to like push towards his arms here, or towards his shoulders. Again, it's through my stability that I'm able to feel the lines. This is like the unseen line of Wing Chun. So when I'm here, and if I have my center control properly, and I have the stable control of my arms, and again, if he has a similar stability in his arms, yeah, see that tension now, I can feel runs from my core down my bong cell, and I can feel that going up his arm here towards his core, and I can push. Same thing going with the low Fook cell side. From here, now I can push his body as a whole. But to do that, both parties need to have the right amount of tension. And that's what you learn to do when you chi sao. I'm not thinking like, oh, I gotta attack him, I gotta block him. Yes, those are aspects of chi sao that you learn to do, but the deeper levels of chi sao is all about the self-control. So that I feel whether I have the right tension in my arms, because I don't want to be pushing on him or leaning on him. I don't want to be collapsible with that either. So every time that you're doing chi sao and you're dealing with the live energy of the other person, I'm not just thinking of some rote memorization type drill. I'm always testing myself here. Do I have the right tension? Do I have good roll with it? Do I have the right tension? Do I have the right tension? Always testing testing my own wall. Because any imbalance that I feel, that's where I can make my adjustments to do the attack off of. I'm not thinking like, oh, here, roll it. Now I pop punch off that. No, I want to be able to smoothly and flowingly go into attack the person. But again, that all comes from my own self-control and testing myself against the other person's wall, their force. So remember, to do that in single stick, yes, I aim towards the center. In two hands, now I have to use these unseen lines to be able to attack their core as a whole, to test my structure.